It doesn't matter. Probably on either side of the back, we may have to run a cord or something into that building. Hey guys and girls, I got a couple of my Louisiana buddies here this morning. Back when we had the crawfish boil, these guys come and fish with me two or three times a year. They've been friends for 20 or 30 years, 35 years maybe, I don't know, long. Go way, way back. They bring the crawfish over in the spring. You remember the crawfish bowl we have around Memorial Day weekend every year. And we got to talking about deer coolers, and they've got a deer cooler at their camp that they actually made, and we're not making the deer cooler, but we're changing the cooling system. And so you can actually make a deer cooler out of concrete blocks if you want, put insulation inside of it. But this old cooler right here is a cooler I bought years and years and years ago. It's really, really old. And we had it at our store over on Lake Tenkiller, where people during deer season would bring their deer in, and we'd charge them like $5 or $10 to cool their deer down until they went back home or took it back to wherever they lived and took it to the butcher. And the top unit finally got so bad, it's a 220, but it finally got so bad that it wouldn't keep Freon in it. And Freon for that one is really expensive. We spend like $300 a year. So every year we get ready to cool it during deer season as a Freon. And so Steve suggested, he said, why don't you put a cool box in there? I really wasn't even familiar with what he was talking about, but he said they've got that at their deer camp down in Louisiana. They run it all year long. They keep stuff in it all year long. And so what we're going to do is we're going to install a cool box in this old cooler. That way we won't have to worry about Freon. We'll have that cool box in there, just plug it up to 110, and we're in business. We don't even need to use 220. So that's a really good deal as well. So this is what we're going to do right now, is install that cool box. And so you want to build you a deer cooler or an outside cooler, a big cooler sometime, this is the way to cool it down. First thing we got to do, found a square in there, did you? I was out in your truck.
No, it was in Ross.
Yeah, in Ross's truck. First thing you got to do is mark off where you're going to put it. We're going to drill right here, and it's not going to be in trouble behind that. Behind that.
No,
behind that drain. Okay.
I'm gonna put the wire through the drain.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And put the plug.
Okay. Cool. Good idea. Good idea.
We need an extension cord.
Extension cords are gone. First thing we're going to do is just we're going to cut a hole in the side of this cooler. And you can see that one, it was 220, and we just couldn't, and the Freon just wouldn't even last through deer season. And so that was a nonsensical deal, you know, $300, $400 to put Freon in. Probably would have been $500 this year, the way prices have raised on everything. So anyway, we're going to cut that hole and get after it. Obviously, you got to have a good starting point, so we're drilling a hole in each corner there as a starting point. And you can see that it's got quite a bit of insulation there. Quite a bit of insulation going through there. And it's a good old cooler. The old cooler is about as old as I am, probably. No, sure.
They didn't have coolers back in them days.
They didn't have coolers back in the days when you were young?
No, they had ice. That was where they put ice blocks.
We did, actually. I chunked I carried a many a 50-pound block of ice out of my dad's cooler at the store. We sold ice. Got it in 300-pound logs of ice, and it was marked. It was marked where you could cut it, hit it with a pick and cut it, and we'd sell 25 or 50-pound chunks of ice. Didn't have bags of ice at stores back then. We finally got that in. That was a really killer deal. And it was a lot easier for them people to just pick up 10, but then we'd sell 12.5 pounds of ice too. We'd cut them in. Cut those 50s in half and cut those in half and do them. Whatever somebody wanted, Dad wanted to sell it to them. It didn't matter. We would take the hog pellets, you know, Dad sold feed also at the general store. And which I worked there ever since I was 16 years old, all the way through college. And he'd sell hog feed, and we had that 24% or 26% protein hog pellets, and I used to attract catfish. And we'd always have a bag open down, and Dad would sell that by the pound, so people could use it to set an anchor out there and get catfish coming in. Chris and I one night caught 153 channel cat on a rod and reel one night.
You know what I can do? Hold on a second. I got this.
That's dangerous when you start talking like that. Well, I don't have to worry about that anyway. sawzalls are the deal. Want to carry it. Want to carry a sawzall with you when you're deer hunting, because that'll really help in gutting out your deer and cutting the bone down. Really help. You just don't have enough length there, Ross. No comments. I said you just don't have enough length. And I figured you'd say no comment. There we got a hole come through. That's the way I would have cut it. A little easier if you got a hole drill there, big boy. Those sawzalls are worth their weight in gold.
Yes, sir.
It's about what they cost anymore. The tools used to be inexpensive. Not anymore.
It's going to be interesting to see what that is.
Yeah, there's something right in the middle of it. It might be a pipe. Definitely something there. Whatever it is, that sawzall cutting it. Yep, whatever it is, that sawzall's cutting it.
There's just a fold in chin, I think.
That might have been. Yeah, there's nothing on the other side of it, is there? Perfectly proportioned hole. Guess we could go get a trash barrel and throw that stuff in, huh? Should be getting close. There we go. I see daylight. Nothing wrong with that. All right, and here comes the cool box.
Oh, that's got to
Yeah, gotta get that
go in from the inside.
that cord in there. You think it's got to go inside out? Because I think he's right now just making sure it'll go in the hole.
I'm just trying to see if it'll fit.
See if it'll fit in the hole. That cool box is
Gotta go
that's
from the
it right
inside
there.
out. Yeah, the other way.
You sure?
About a 1/4 inch bigger.
Hey, are you sure it goes the other way?
That's the way. Well, I wouldn't do it that way. But that's cool.
It's got that deal on the bottom.
This went on the inside.
Yeah. But now that's the same. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, it goes through.
Yeah, I think you go through from the inside. Just looking at the way it's made, yeah, because that back brace is. Yep, that's right. That unit's about $350 or so.
I've been wrong 4 times in my life.
You've been wrong 4 times this morning.
Every time we got married.
Yeah. Okay. We're coming through from the inside. Had to make our hole a little bit larger.
No, it's not coming to.
No,
No, it's kind of bit right here.
right in the middle. Right in the middle, I believe, Steve.
No, it's
And the right-hand side.
there. It's about an inch. It needs to go up on the outside.
I think we may have to cut outside as well.
The same height. The same height it comes to.
Yeah, he just got to cut it.
Way above my head, bro.
You can always make the hole bigger. It's kind of hard to make the hole smaller, but that can be done also.
This is what I measured it at last time.
Yeah, y'all were an inch and a half apart.
I'm gonna need another 2x4, I think.
Another one like this?
Yeah.
A little piece.
How much is it like, bro?
How much?
Well, I can get.
What's the total? What's the total length?
But I don't get the sides.
Oh. As long as we put the bite, it's tight enough on the sides, the bottom and the top's really the critical.
Okay.
Putting those boards on there that we'll put those in there so we'll have a good solid bond. We'll put them inside and outside, top and bottom. Top and bottom both, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, top and bottom both. And
Well, you cut them.
that's going to allow it to make a really, really good solid seal, because that's what you want. You want it sealed where none of the heat can get in. I got a skill saw inside. I got a skill saw in there. You want that skill saw?
I got now needs to bite a hold of this board.
Okay, hang on. Screw don't like that metal.
Hey, bro, you want to drill bit first?
No, this is more fun. There it goes. Finally sucked down, didn't it? Oh, did you pull it out? Try a new screw.
I was trying to go through that seam.
The double.
and it didn't go.
That double piece there. Yeah, it goes through one pretty easy. But once you get that fill in there, that'll make that even more solid. Stick to it, won't it?
I ain't got no more screws. Oh,
And you don't need a screw.
you got a marker?
No, you got a screw. That's all you need.
Well,
You get one.
You got my marker. That's not up against that down here. Does it need to be? It's up against it on that end, isn't it?
And the bottom of that thing ain't even.
Nope.
It'll be fine.
oh, I need to raise the board up.
Well, you could. It
No,
won't.
it changes right there. See the height?
Yeah, that's what I say.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Yeah, as long as, yeah, you're right.
Once you caulk it, it'll fill up.
Once you put your fill in there, it's gonna make everything solid, more solid
About
anyway.
13 inches there.
This one's probably more than that. 13 inches.
Well, that's square. The cool box is not square. All right, we're gonna run the wire out where that drain was coming down off of that old air conditioning unit, which of course we won't be using. And but we use the hole that's already in there to run the electric through. So that'll work pretty good. Not a problem there.
You have my house is that cover that goes over the
Yeah.
receptacle, one of them flip covers.
Yeah.
But all you got to do is just unplug the air conditioner, stick it up there. I just didn't have one.
Yeah. Yeah. We might have one laying around here. I know I got them down to the house, down at my barn. May have one laying in here. Getting ready to put the plug in on there. We put the electric box up there and run the electric through it, and getting ready to wire that in, and we will we can plug that baby in right there, nice and handy. Be totally out of the way for putting stuff in the cool box here. Thing looks a little crooked, Steve. We might have to
It
redo
is.
that.
It is a little bit crooked when it gets up above my head.
Oh, I don't mean that box there. I mean this.
It's where it's going to be.
I think the building's leaning sideways. What do you think?
Yeah, that's what it is. It's not the.
And that'll keep this baby down below 40 degrees.
Ross did it.
Ross did it. That's 5 mistakes he's made this morning. Then. No, that's 6.
Yeah, he did it.
That's the way I like to work on electricity, when nothing is hooked to it. Can't get bit too badly that way.
Won't be the first time I ever been bit.
No. Anybody that's messed with electricity been bit a time or two. The ones that got bit bad's not with us anymore.
I used to be so bad that I couldn't feel it.
That's not good.
So I'd carry a helper with me and have him hold on to my shoulder.
He felt it for
And he
you.
could feel it.
Oh, me. Is that, you need a metal cover over the top of that, right?
Oh, it's one of
Or
those
the plastic.
gray flip covers.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, any kind of cover.
Oh, yeah, right.
Just that flip cover gives you a little bit
Right.
more.
A little bit more protection. Yeah. My Milwaukee Tool pen, Milwaukee Tool autograph pen. You're using it for what it was designed for. I use it to sign autographs. We don't want to hear the word problem.
You put the box where that went.
Let me see that's all that thing.
Don't want to hear the word problem. Okay, we're getting there now. We've got the CoolBot control unit installed there and got the heat and cold sensors running up and down inside. Put the front back on it, so it's beginning to look like a CoolBot unit right now. And we'll put the cover on there that will read out digitally and be in good shape. We're getting closer and closer all the time. All right, now we're going to make a little switch on the outside to the electrical unit, since we've already got a cord running down and running over here to 220, and our cord's already buried and everything. So all we're going to do is just turn around and make this 220, 110, 115. Same, but yeah.
Power.
Cut it back so we're not running. We're plug in. We'll be able to have 110 run into that. We got it plugged in inside, and we don't have to worry about burying any more wires or anything. It's already been done previously, and that should work. We'll find out.
I'll bet money on it.
Well, we are betting money on it. We're betting that $350 cool box there. Okay, now here's what we're going to do is we're going to take one of the wires off and change this over from 220 to 110.
It's only 110 to start with.
How can that be?
Hot.
So using the ground as a hot wire. So it is 220.
Yeah.
So what are we going to take loose to bring it back to 110?
We're going to take loose
The ground. And then we're going to have to rewire a hot wire to it, right? So what have we got there?
I got to open that box up, see how they did it.
See how it's wired. Okay, we just taken one of the red wires off and taped it off where it can't arc against anything. And we put that back together, and we'll wire the green and the black over there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that should give us 110.
Mm-hmm.
Positive.
Mm-hmm.
You're betting money on it.
Mm-hmm.
You're betting my money, so.
I bet I'm right.
You got some?
We'll put some black tape on it, Apache.
But that's what I was looking for.
The black tape?
That tape.
Oh, you found some black tape.
Yeah.
I thought you might be looking for a wire nut put on it, block it off.
No. I think I just, you can use one of these ones. They're the same, aren't they? No.
Oh, I got the cover for this one.
Yeah, the
No,
cut.
I meant one of the screws from this one.
I might have a blank in my truck. Mm.
A blank cover.
Yeah, I'd put a blank on that one if I had a blank cover. I think I might have brought one with me.
We got 2 or 3 covers right here.
But this is for
I
those
all
ones
got
up there.
holes in them.
Yeah. They don't fit them down.
The cover just needs a gasket on it, seal.
Yeah.
Not waterproof, the outside cover.
It really doesn't get up to where anything's at anyhow.
No. No, it's just all that water was just right in the outside,
Right there in the base.
outside bottom of it, where it's rusted. All right, that ought to solve that end of it. All right, there we go. How about it, Steve? What do you think, man?
I got it programmed to
All right, it's set to run and shut off at 39 degrees.
39 degrees.
It's brought it down from 74 to 59 already since we got it put in there. And we should just be able to leave it plugged up, see what happens.
Let it go.
Yeah.
Come check it after
Yeah.
a while.
Yeah, we'll check it after a while and see if it gets down to 39 degrees. And now, since we don't have any deer in here, if we're going to bring it up to about 60, 65, we can do that and leave it cool or just turn it off.
Or either one, but I just let it stay in here.
You know what you've done, Steve?
You can bring it up some.
Going down there.
I can put it on 40,
Yeah.
but I just leave it alone. Use it. What?
Okay, that's how you take an old cooler or just about any kind of old room or a building or anything that you have and turn it into a cooler that you can use during deer season. You can use during turkey season. You can use just to store seed in. You can put seed in there and keep that seed cool during the hot summers and your seed won't get old. There's so many things you can do. And now I did this with an old cooler, a cooler that we've been using, that we used for many, many years. I bought it. It's no telling how old it is. Probably ought to paint that thing white just to make it look good. And white is a cooler color. Really, brown's not a cooler color. But you can take just about any building. You can take a little bitty storage building you have, spray foam insulation inside of it. Put you a cooler door, buy a cooler door and put on there, and use that cool bot and make you a cooler. Make it for your house around in your yard. Make it for that you want to keep extra stuff cool for a party or whatever. There's all kinds of things you can do. You can take a room and listen to me. You can go to lots of places and find either cooler box units that was on refrigerated trucks that are just sitting around, or you can find an old cooler that you've been sitting somewhere and buy it for almost nothing, or some people might give it to you just to get rid of it. So anyway, a cool bot, that's how you do it. A cool bot, that little refrigerator, a little Frigidaire, absolutely works outstanding. Guys and girls, have you a great one out there, and remember, I sure do love you.